and welcome to Googie's Kitchen. My name's Alexis and today I want to show you how to make my delicious chocolate Easter muffins. To show you how to make my chocolate Easter muffins, but before I do, if you are new to my channel, then hello and welcome. It's lovely to have you here, and if you like cooking videos and you want to see more, then I upload every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 PM, so please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So as I just mentioned, today I want to show you how to make my chocolate Easter muffins. Now this recipe has only just gone on my blog. It went on my blog yesterday and I will link it in the description box below for you. This is a really simple and easy recipe, and the reason I've thought of chocolate Easter muffins is simply because I have a gluten intolerance. And I used to love having hot cross buns at Easter. Hot cross buns is something traditional in the UK. I don't know if they have it anywhere else. I think they have it in Australia, but I'm not sure about the rest of the world. So hot cross buns are to celebrate Jesus on the cross. So basically you have like a currant bun with lots of sultanas or dried fruit in it, and then they put a cross on it and make it into a hot cross bun. And I used to love having those. We have a tradition in our house that we have Easter breakfasts over the bank holiday weekend. So Friday, Saturday and Monday we'd have breakfast together, and at the end of breakfast we'd always get a hot cross bun or two, and that was my favourite bit of Easter. In fact, I think I prefer Easter to Christmas for so many reasons. Not just because the weather's slightly better, but I like the food better than at Christmas, I have to say, especially because you get lots of chocolate as well. But anyway, yes, so now I can't have hot cross buns anymore. I try and look for alternatives that I might be able to have at breakfast. So I thought a chocolate Easter muffin would be great. So I thought I'd show you how to make my chocolate Easter muffins. So the first thing I'm going to do is preheat the oven to 180 degrees. And next I have about 10 dates in a bowl, and I'm just going to pour hot water over the dates. And this is going to be like my eggy part of the muffins. These muffins are actually vegan as well. So yes, this is going to be like my egg. This is going to help to glue the muffin together basically. Then I have 200 grams of oats that I'm just going to pour into my NutriBullet, if I don't spill them everywhere. And I'm going to grind these down so they form like a flour, like an oat flour. That's the oats ground down, and as you can see they've formed like a fine flour now, and that's great. That's just what we need for making muffins with. So I've tipped my oats into my mixing bowl, into my large mixing bowl, and now what I'm going to do is add 100 grams of brown rice flour, and I'm going to mix that in, and then I'm going to add 100 grams of ground almonds as well, and I'm going to mix that in. And then I've got 60 grams of raw cacao powder. You can use cocoa powder. Raw cacao powder is just slightly better for the body because it's just literally the cacao nibs ground up, and that's all it is. So with cocoa powder, sometimes you can find they add sugar to them and things. So that's why I prefer raw cacao powder, and you can buy that on the internet, and they are starting to sell it in shops now. You can buy it in bulk if you really like it in Costco as well. Not that this is an advert for Costco, I just know it's there, that's all. And then I've also got 100 grams of coconut sugar as well. And coconut sugar, if you can't get coconut sugar, again you could use brown sugar, and I have written that in the recipe below as well. So don't worry if you can't get coconut sugar, you can use brown sugar, either is okay. Both are much better for the body again than white sugar, so that's why I like to use it. And then I've got my spices, because it wouldn't be Easter without spices, would it? So I've got 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, and I've got a teaspoon of sweet cinnamon. So sweet cinnamon is slightly different to normal cinnamon. I don't know how, I haven't looked that up yet, I'm not too sure. But when I find out, I'll explain to you in another video. But it smells a lot sweeter than normal cinnamon. So we thought we'd try it, and we really like it. We tried it in a dinner last night and it was really nice. So I've used it in here today, and I've used a teaspoon of that in here. And then I've also got an 1/8 of ground cloves, because Easter wouldn't be Easter without ground cloves, and I think I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg as well. So I'm just going to put those in, and hopefully I'll be able to smell those soon. I love the smell of spices, especially at Easter and Christmas actually. Oh yeah, I can smell it now. Oh, that smells lovely. And then I've got 100 grams of raisins as well. You can use sultanas, or you could use dried fruit if you want to as well. It's entirely your choice. And I'm just going to mix that in as well. And then obviously, to make my cake rise, I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda as well. And I'm just going to mix those in. And while I think about it, I'm also going to put in a pinch of salt as well. So, just to preserve them for a bit longer, I'm just going to put in a pinch of salt. And once these are well mixed, which they look as though they are now, I'm going to go and deal with the wet ingredients next. So I've drained the water from the dates, and I'm just going to put these into my NutriBullet container. Oops. And then I have 2 ripe bananas here that I'm just going to break up, and I'm going to put these in as well. These don't have to be broken up into huge parts, but just big chunks is fine. Just so the NutriBullet basically can break it up a bit easier, that's all. Just trying to save it a job, really. I'm nice like that, you see. And then you do the same with the second banana. So you need 2 very ripe bananas for this recipe. And then I've got 300 ml of oat milk as well, which I'm just going to pour in. And then I'm going to find the top. Just going to screw the lid on. And then I'm going to blend these ingredients together now. And you want to blend these until these form a smooth consistency, basically like a smoothie. That's what you want. And then I'm just going to add the wet ingredients to the dry ones. And I'm going to mix these together until they form a cake mix. So a wet, kind of thick paste, basically. So I've pre-lined a couple of baking trays with these little muffin cases. These are quite small muffin cases. I thought I had bigger ones in my cupboard, but I don't. So I've had to use these small ones, and I'm hoping that 24 does it. I did say in the recipe below that it makes 12, but if you want to make little ones or larger ones, then you can. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some of the cake mixture into the muffin cases until these are all filled up. So I've got 2 spoons here to do this. I much prefer to use 2 spoons to do it. And then all you do is scoop a bit up and then scrape it off into the muffin case so you don't make a mess. There you go. So yes, scoop a bit off and scrape it in. And hopefully this will make 24 beautiful little muffins now. So that's my chocolate Easter muffins in their cup cases now, and I'm going to put these into the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'll check them after 20 and see how they are. Cakes have been cooking in the oven for about 20 minutes, and I'm just going to put a skewer in and see if they're done. And yes, they're done. The skewers come out clean. So I'm going to turn the oven off. And I'm going to leave these to cool now. So I've left these to cool, and I'm just going to try one now, see how they taste. Really nice. They're quite dense, but when you peel them away and put them in your mouth, they're quite light, and then they taste quite chewy after a while as well. Raisins make them quite chewy, so yes, really worth a try. So I'm off to enjoy one of these delicious chocolate Easter muffins now, and again the recipe I will put in the description box below for you. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. Are you gluten intolerant, and do you look for alternatives to hot cross buns? I'd love to know, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon.